Governor Sanwo-Olu urges multinationals in the United States, Africa to invest in Lagos. President Tinubu inaugurates tripartite economic advisory committee. On the foreign scene, about 15 people die in Burkina Faso church attack. And in sports, Nigeria's under-18 men's handball team wins IHF Zone 3 tourney. Now the details are Dele Agadumo. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has reiterated his administration's commitment to providing a friendly environment for investors, particularly multinationals from the United States and Africa, to invest in the state. Governor Sanwo-Olu said Lagos is open and ready for investments and therefore urged foreign and local investors to see the state as an investment-attractive destination, noting that his administration is willing to do what is expected of the government to create a conducive environment for business to thrive. He said this during a courtesy visit by the Corporate Council on Africa, led by its president, CEO Florilisa, at the Lagos House Marina. Speaking about his administration's achievements in line with the Themes Plus developmental agenda, Governor Sanwo-Olu said his government has intervened and created several intentional opportunities in critical areas such as public transportation, health, education, technology, and entertainment. Speaking earlier, Ms. Lisa said the Corporate Council on Africa, which is a business association with members of both United States and African multinationals, is willing to partner with Lagos State government in energy, power, infrastructure, agribusiness, technology, trade, and finance, among others. The Lagos State government, through the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Resources, has taken a significant step in optimizing mining operations with the engagement of haulage fees consultants. The initiative is aimed at streamlining mining activities by current operational standards. Addressing stakeholders on the development, Special Advisor to the Governor on Energy and Mineral Resources, Abiola Olowu, underscored the pivotal role of haulage fee consultants in enhancing efficiency and ensuring regulatory compliance with the mining sector. Emphasizing the importance of adherence to operational guidelines, Olowu reiterated the need for miners and truck drivers to prioritize safety protocols, environmental regulations, and industry-specific requirements. Olowu outlined meticulous criteria for selecting consultants, focusing on expertise, experience, and a proven track record, while also delineating transparent procurement procedures and contractual agreements to align with state objectives. The Lagos State government has restated the need for strong occupational safety and health culture in any workplace. Commissioner for Special Duties and Intergovernmental Relations, Olubenga Oyerinde, said it is a collective commitment in safeguarding the future success and growth of businesses by preventing accidents, injuries, and fatalities at workplaces. Oyerinde noted that stakeholders in the built industry have resolved that elevator safety standards must be strictly followed to further avert any sad occurrence in the state. In a move to tighten the noose on food smugglers, the Nigeria Customs Service (NCS) has deployed drones and more operatives to restrict the diversion of foodstuff to neighboring countries through about 1,500 identified illegal border crossings. NCS National Public Relations Officer Abdullahi Maiwada confirmed that the service has increased its presence across the borders, including the illegal routes. Maiwada said the development is in compliance with the presidential directive to the security agencies to stop the smuggling of food out of the country as part of decisive measures to stem the food crisis in the country. He explained that the deployment of drones was under the Trade Modernization Project of the federal government, noting that the equipment needed for the protection of the borders was being provided through the TMP. It will be recalled that President Bola Tinubu had directed the National Security Advisor the Inspector General of Police and the Director, Department of State Services, to go after food hoarders and smugglers. The Defense Headquarters has debunked allegations in an online media organization claiming that the Presidential Guards Brigade has been put on high alert following suspicious movements around the seat of power, indicating fears of coup plots. Acting Director of Defense Information, Tukur Gusau, in a statement, described the article as malicious, unfounded, and totally false. Gazelle said the Guards Brigade has been statutorily assigned the responsibility of protecting the presidency and, by extension, the Federal Capital Territory and its environs. Hence, the Guards Brigade has always been on high alert in order to effectively execute its assigned tasks. He added that the Defense Headquarters will seek legal redress on the issue, which has the ulterior motive of creating unnecessary tension in the country. And now to the rest of the stories. President Bola Tinubu has set up a tripartite economic advisory committee in what he described as part of his efforts in stabilizing Nigeria's economy. The committee, which comprised representatives from the federal and state government as well as the organized private sector, was assembled and announced by the president during a meeting he held with critical stakeholders during a meeting at the State House in Abuja on Sunday. Tinubu said his administration will do what it can do. Tinubu said his administration will do what it can do right to bring life back to the economy, adding that the goal is to provide additional efforts in stabilizing the economy and ensuring the best economic future for Nigerians. Some members of the private sector include Africa's richest man, Aliko Dangote, the chairman of BUA Group, Abdul Samad Rabiu, former governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, and governor of Anambra State, Chukwuma Soludo, amongst others. The presidency has again warned the Nigeria Labour Congress NLC not to embark on its two-day nationwide protest against the rising cost of living in the country. Also, the police warned against disruption of commercial activities during the protest. Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononuga, and the police handed down the warnings as 65 civil society groups on Sunday pulled out of the planned demonstration, warning against its possible hijack, arguing that it could worsen the deteriorating situation. The NLC President, Joe Ajaero, had insisted in a statement that the protest would be held on Tuesday and Wednesday as planned. The NLC announced a nationwide protest over the alleged government's failure to implement agreements reached between both parties on October 2, 2023, following the removal of fuel subsidy. The Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, FMBN, has initiated a rehabilitation process to revive about 46 abandoned housing projects nationwide. The bank said this would be achieved through a partnership with Shelter Afrique Development Bank, a Pan-African finance institution that exclusively supports the development of the housing and real estate sector in Africa. The FMBN Managing Director, Shehu Osidi, stated this while hosting the management of Shelter Afrique Development Bank in Abuja, noting that the bank had made reviving the housing estates a priority. According to Osidi, the intensified collaboration will help provide construction and mortgage financing to developers in Nigeria. Also speaking, the CEO of Shelter Afrique, Thienu Habib Han, said the organization is in Nigeria to promote its development financing agenda and identify Nigeria as a destination for investments with over $25 billion in diaspora remittances each year. Now to foreign news. At least 15 people have been killed and 2 others injured following an attack on a Catholic church in northeastern Burkina Faso. It took place during Sunday worship in a Esakane village in Waterland province, close to the border with Mali. It is the latest atrocity in the country to be attributed to Islamist militants. There was no immediate response from the authorities in the West African country's capital, Ouagadougou. A statement by the head of the local diocese, Abbot Jean-Pierre Zavadogo, says 12 people were killed instantly while 3 others died at the hospital. More than a third of Burkina Faso is currently under the control of insurgents. The authorities have been battling Islamist groups linked to Al-Qaeda and Islamic State, which have taken over large swaths of land and displaced millions of people in the Sahel region. Now, sports. Nigeria's under-18 men's handball team has emerged as champion of the IHF Trophy Africa Zone 3 phase following a 33-25 victory over Ghana in the youth category final. The team has now qualified for the IHF Trophy Continental phase, where Nigeria will also defend the title against other champions of the zones. Nigeria's under-18 men's handball team will hope to win the continental phase to have a chance to qualify for the intercontinental phase. Also, Nigeria's under-20 men's handball team, led by coach Fidelis Obi, comfortably defeated Benin Republic 42-28 to finish on the podium in the third-place match in the junior category of the IHF Trophy Africa Zone 3 phase. And that ends our news at 10. Just before we go, carry out proper and adequate checks on your vehicles before setting out. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X, formerly Twitter, Lagos Traffic 961, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Watch us live on Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. On YouTube, subscribe and watch all our previous programs and news on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration trained 500 unemployed youths in soft skills and job interview program? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has reiterated his administration's commitment to providing a friendly environment for investors, particularly multinationals from the United States and Africa, to invest in the state. President Bola Tinubu has set up a tripartite economic advisory committee in which he described as part of his efforts in stabilizing Nigeria's economy. We also told you that at least 15 people have been killed and 2 others injured following an attack on a Catholic church in northeastern Burkina Faso. And in sport, Nigeria's under-18 men's handball team has emerged as champion of the IHF Trophy Africa Zone 3 phase, following a 33-25 victory over Ghana in the youth category final. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to Lagos Traffic Radio at lagosstate.gov.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Abiola Fabolagun. I am Dele Agadumo. Good morning. Thank you for listening.